Hi, my name is Susan. I'm from Alabama. I've had two big careers, I guess, in my life. One, I was the CEO of Time Domain Systems for 20 years, electronics company. We contracted with NASA and other agencies. And then after I retired, I did what I wanted to love and became a professor at a music conservatory, because that was really my basic training in college and what I really loved to do. Now I call myself a professional grandmother because I'm all caught up in the grandchildren. I started coming to the Monroe Institute in the early 80s. I was just at that time kind of dipping my toe in. Is this a cult? What's going on here? Something's going on. Because I'd read some books and things, and I wanted to see what it was all about. And I jumped in, big toe and all, splashed around, and keep coming back. I'm just about to finish manifesting Law of Attraction, and something I've been interested in my whole life, starting back in the 70s, reading Napoleon Hill, different things like that. When the movie The Secret came out, I thought, you mean there are other people like me who believe this? Couldn't believe it. I felt like the first few days were a real confirmation of what I already believed, what I knew, and just added. In fact, I had this thing happen the third day. I've been trying to collect rent to the tune of $14,000 from this tenant, he has no reason to pay me. I'm not going to sue him because it's too small of amount to sue him over. Also, he doesn't live there anymore. I sold the house or the property. It was actually commercial property. I sold that, and but I've been still trying to collect for over a year now. And out of the blue, I received an email and had to actually show it to the instructor. I wanted them to see the time and the date and everything, showing me that, I can't afford the $14,000, but I've made automatic payment already of $1,500 and will continue to do so each month. And this email will be written confirmation, a contract between us that I'm going to pay this. And I was dumbstruck because I hadn't given up on it, but it wasn't going anywhere. And just to get this out of the blue was that was manifesting. Actually, what made me come to manifesting is because of the death of my husband and other things that had happened, I was in this kind of a negative loop, and I couldn't break out. I tried praying my way out of it, because when bad things happen, sometimes you get depressed and you get down and you get angry and you get fearful, and then that causes more anger and fearfulness and you get in this loop. And in the past, I've recognized the loop, and I've been could work my way out of it. This time I felt like I need some shock therapy or something. Nothing I tried, and I just knew. I was desperate, and I knew if I came to Monroe Institute, something would happen. At least something would happen. I was hoping for the better, of course, but I knew I've always been changed. Every time I come here, I'm changed, and it's always for the better. I didn't come just to hear, when you think good thoughts, good things will happen, I came to do the big questions, like, is Hitler in heaven, I came to do, how come bad things happen to good people? How come this? How come that? How come this guy won't pay his rent? Why did this? Things were happening. Why? Just in this loop, this negative loop, And I came to find out, not only do I want to get out of the loop, but I want to find out, how did I get there in the first place? How come bad things happen to good people and happen to innocent people, and how can you transcend that? You can get into some pretty hairy questions about the why and the when and the how, and it's fascinating, and I feel like I have a depth of understanding the principles of the law of attraction now more than I ever did, and I thought I was just an expert when I first walked in the door here. So that kind of sums up this particular one. I don't have a particular favorite workshop because I've been through so many. Each one seemed to be what I needed at that time. And also each one was special. It's like saying, which of your children do you like the best? Well, I like the one that's with me laughing right now the best. Well, you ask me each one I'm in, that's my favorite, but then I'm sure the next one I take will be my favorite. And of course there were some favorites back in the 80s and the 90s and the teens and that I loved, and and so I wanted to get back to the living of it and the joyous appreciation of it, which I always had a lot of before, and it seemed hard to come by, given everything that happened to me in the last year, and thinking of myself as a praying, worshiping, appreciating person. Thinking of yourself as a good person, why do good things happen, or why do bad things happen, I should say, to good people. And you haven't gotten, just because you leave here at the end of your workshop, doesn't mean you got everything from it. It's going to start showing up. It'll show up in your dreams. It'll show up in your daily life. And this could show up for months and months. Sometimes I let a year go by before I even get the catalog out and start searching for my next one. Sometimes it's only 6 months. Sometimes it's been 2 years. I'll know when the time is right, but I already have my eye on something, just to say.